Welcome students, and what we're doing today is just rotation around the y-axis, so everything's with respect to y. That's a huge indication, and if you notice the functions I've written as f of y and g of y and some other details, so definitely pay attention to that. So just make sure you solve the equations for x equals. As you can see on this one, we're going to have to do a little bit of modifications on this one, but on this, when we rotate again, notice how my circle is rotating around the y-axis. Well, basically, we just got to take top minus bottom again. This one's going to be a washer because there is a gap right here. And so what we have to do is square that because we're doing pi r squared. Basically factor out the pi, and I put the pi in the very front there. All right, let's go ahead and look at this problem just like here. I'm going to write down the equation. So square root of x over 3, y equals 0, and x equals 12. And look at a Desmos graph here. Let me open up Desmos. Very easy. I'm hoping everybody's using everything, all the resources for them. What is that? X divided by 3. The other one's y equals 0, and the other one is x equals 12. The x equals 12 is off the screen there, but here's my picture. I'm hoping you can see this. I don't know what you call this shape, but really I got to take top minus bottom here. So I got to take the green line minus the red line. But again, I have to get that. So just remember the x equals 12. And what's also going to be important is whenever you do the constraint, it's on the y-axis. So when it says with respect to y, we're going to say it's from 0 to 2 on this problem. So let me go back and set up some details on this. So it's going to be from, I'm going to do it in a blue color, from 0 to 2, top minus bottom. So it's going to be the 12 minus. Now the problem is y equals the square root of x over 3. I got to solve this for x equals. So I square both sides and times by 3. And that's the equation that I want. In fact, if I go back to Desmos and actually type this in, it would actually just give me a sideways parabola. Now, the equation that's given here only gives the sideways parabola, but just the top region of it. So that would be 3y squared dy. Now, what I have so far will just give me the area of that region, the region I didn't know what to give the name to, but since I'm doing a rotation, I just got to square that. Don't forget your pi, put the pi in front. Let me type that into the calculator. I just want to make sure that it works. 0 to 2. There's a lot of parentheses on these, so 12 squared minus 3y squared. And again, you can use x. The calculator doesn't know any difference between x and y. It doesn't know what you're using. Of course, I get a decimal, so I change that back, and I get 1,152 divided by 5. Just don't forget the pi. Wow, that's a pi symbol there. So let me go ahead and type that in. Oh, my numlock is not on. There it goes, divided by 5. Just put the pi on top there and check your answer, and there's a solution. Again, very easy work as long as you have a calculator. What's nice about this one, it's already set up for x equals, so no modifications you have to be made. Make sure you get through everything. We will be taking a quiz next week. I'm not certain what day it is, but make sure you keep it with all the work. Thank you. Have a good day.